Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Chris, and today I wanted to talk about my visit to a new local coin shop, if you can call it that. I actually visited a coin shop in the South Bay today. It was kind of a new experience because it wasn't like the coin shop that I go to in Studio City. It was actually it looked like more of the cash for gold kind of places. So I just kind of wanted to see what these places have to offer, and are they selling? Are they just buying? That kind of thing. Also, I wanted to check out some of the pawn shops to see kind of what they had, what people are taking in. I think with all the hype, it's a time where you might see something that you don't expect in kind of places like that. So I wanted to see, take a look. You never know what's there. So anyway, I visited a couple pawn shops. They didn't have anything as far as bullion, anything like that. They had just the usual jewelry and that kind of junk. Wasn't interested in that, so I just wanted to take a look. But at one of them, one of the guys was like, "Hey, you might want to check out this place." And he gave me the name of the place. I was like, "Okay." He's like, "Yeah, they have gold, bullion, silver, that kind of thing." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I went on down there, and it looked like a similar place, like I said, like a cash for gold kind of place. But I noticed right away when I walked in, it had all kinds of history of gold and silver, just old posters of the history of gold and silver, this kind of stuff. I was like, okay, this is a little different. So I looked through the little windows. The way it was set up was kind of imagine bank tellers, but just a solid wall with bank teller plexiglass. And I looked through the little plexiglass, and I just see a revolver and a Beretta sitting there on the desk, and an older gentleman behind the glass. So I kind of laughed to myself, and I was like, "Oh, okay, this is what kind of place this is." And the guy was really nice guy. He was letting me know he'd been in business since I think he said since the 60s, and that he was telling me that every dollar he has goes into gold and silver. Super interesting. I asked him, what kind of bullion he had, and he was just saying he doesn't have much as far as regular bullion. He has he brought out a little shoebox full of silver bullion. He was telling me also he has a lot of sterling silver coinage, collectibles. I was telling him yeah, I'm not really interested in that, just looking for bullion, rounds, that kind of thing. But really nice guy. He was telling me that he had started actually what happened was he had always kind of been into gold and silver, so he had been buying for a long time, and he ended up losing his job. When he did, he was like, "What am I going to do?" So he figured, the only thing I have to sell my silver. And so he set up a booth at a flea market and started selling his silver, which was pretty funny. He said, I was selling, and he's like, I was making a nice profit. And then he started to get down towards the end of his stack, and he was like, "What am I going to do?" So then his wife's like, "Why don't you buy and sell?" And he's like, "You know what? That's a great idea." So he ended up adding a little sign to his booth that said "Buy and Sell," and that was kind of the origin of his precious metals exchange that he started. But yeah, pretty nice guy, and I looked through his what he had. I didn't see, it was kind of slim pickings. There was some old stuff in there, but he wasn't giving me any kind of deal since it's the first time he saw me. But I ended up picking up these guys. So first, he was showing me a lot of different kind of rounds, I guess, that people had brought in. So this one's just some kind of generic Boston Tea Party round. Pretty cool, pretty different. And then on the back, it's got military, I'm assuming World War II era. Actually, you know what? No, it looks like it looks like it's actually different eras of soldiers. Just a little round. So I picked up a few of those. Then this was another type of round that he had. When I first saw it, like I saw the edge of it, so it looked like a kind of like a Queen's Beast theme, but the quality is nowhere near like what a Queen's Beast is. But just some rounds. So I picked up about 5 ounces. But what was interesting to me is like after I bought these, and again they weren't cheap. He wanted 33 an ounce. So I was like, okay, that's not, that's pretty much in line with what buying it online would be. But it occurred to me, these 3 rounds are $100. These 3 bars are close to $100. I mean, at what you would pay for them, not spot. And it really occurred to me again, like, wow, price is just crazy right now. Not so much what you would get if you sold it. There's a big disparity there. That premium is really killer, honestly. Like, spot being 27, 28, and then, the cheapest you can get anything is 32, 33. That's a big deal. But the guy was talking about, I've been telling everybody for forever. Of course, he's a coin shop owner. He's like, I've been telling everybody gold and silver, gold and silver, gold and silver. And, hearing it, you hear it all the time online, Spectacular is always talking to Coin Guy. Yankee Stacking's always talking to the coin shop owner, Tim. So many channels with the coin shops. T, the Silver Stacker, goes to his coin shop. All these guys are always talking about, silver is the way, gold is the way, you got to be stacking silver and gold. And I get it. Bullion, there's no substitute. But I'm really wondering, is even, stacking this kind of stuff really what we should be doing instead of, stacking straight up bulk block silver? I know 1,000 ounce bar is probably out of the question for most people. But, is there anything in between? I don't know. Can you buy just blocks of silver instead of having to pay for nicer stuff, like nicer bullion products? Can you buy it like that? Where can you get it? Can you refine it? I mean, not refine it, but how people take electronics and harvest the gold content from it? Can you do that kind of thing with silver? I don't know. I don't know what the answer is there, but I'm beginning to think that kind of thing is going to become more and more profitable, and that people are going to find ways to find it. Because the fact that 3 of these is $100, and again, 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago, this would have cost you $40, maybe $50. That's pretty crazy. And unlike things like lumber or things like that, or even gas, people are crying about gas prices. I get it. I mean, especially depending on your situation, that's a big deal. But as someone from California, when people are talking about, oh my God, I had to pay $3 for gas, I mean, that's pretty much laughable for anyone in California. Everyone in California would be like, $3, that's a deal. So it's a little different. But again, this kind of stuff, as the economy picks back up, how many products have silver in them? It's in so many different things, and it has so many applications. So if the price of spot ever does rise, it's going to be a huge deal. Not just for bullion products, that's probably the last thing anybody will be worried about, but the actual application, the industrial application, the electronics application, it's going to be huge. So that's why I'm wondering, should we be looking at more of, seriously, block status on silver? I don't know. It's interesting, but it really brought it to mind for me, and made me think. So, yeah, I ended up getting 7 rounds, kind of just a la carted from the different things that he had. But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to start visiting the coin shop. So I'm hoping it's a good week in the markets this week. A lot of volatility, so that way I can take advantage of it and hopefully pick up some extra cash to be putting into my stack. Also, I think if I can get my hands on more platinum, I think that's the way to go. I also was listening to a video from Salivate Metal this morning, and he actually mentioned something that's really, really, really important about cryptos and precious metals. So I'm going to do a whole separate video on that. Please take the time to watch that if you can. And again, please like and subscribe. I really want to give away some gold and silver. Actually, just silver. Not giving away gold yet. I'm not at that level yet. But all right, that's it for now. And thanks for watching. Take care.